Let's get you the headlines. Searchers in the earthquake zone where there is devastation for thousands of families, some of whom lost their homes and their children.
When we found them, they were all huddled together. The 3 boys asleep. They all went down with the earthquake.
After causing a storm of protest with the kiss, the head of Spain's Football Federation finally steps down. Russia calls the G20 final statement a step in the right direction after the joint declaration avoids condemning Moscow for its war against Ukraine. And there have been scuffles on the streets of Santiago as Chile prepares to mark the anniversary of the coup that brought General Pinochet to power. US President Joe Biden flew straight from the G20 summit to Vietnam, where he denied that the US was trying to curtail China's international influence after signing off a new strategic partnership with Hanoi. Nearly half a century after US troops withdrew at the end of the Vietnam War, President Biden hailed closer ties between the two countries.
From wartime foes to firm friends, the United States is drawing China's neighbour closer. Washington wants to counter Beijing's influence in Asia without creating a new Cold War.
Really what this trip was about, it was less about containing China. I don't want to contain China. I just want to make sure we have a relationship with China that is on the up and up, squared away. Everybody knows what it's all about.
This new relationship excites Vietnam's next generation. Even as they sing songs about appreciating what they have, it's clear they want more.
Now, a huge rescue operation is continuing in southern Turkey to move an American explorer who fell ill and got trapped more than 1,000 meters underground, deep inside a cave. Turkey's Caving Federation said that experts had managed to get Mark Dickey to a base camp 700 meters down in the Morocco cave.
Rescuers in southern Turkey have moved American explorer Mark Dickey to a base camp 700 meters down in the Morocco cave after 10 hours of navigating him through the cave on a stretcher. Dickey became trapped more than 1,000 meters underground when he suddenly became ill and was unable to leave.
The Taliban in Afghanistan have criticized the closure of their main border point with Pakistan this week after clashes broke out between security forces of the two sides. They said the halt in trade would see heavy losses for businesses on both sides. The busy Turkham crossing was shut on Wednesday after troops exchanged fire.
The UN Office on Drugs and Crime has warned that the trafficking of the powerful synthetic drug methamphetamine is expanding rapidly in and around Afghanistan as the trade in heroin slows. The country used to produce more than 80% of the world's opium until the Taliban introduced a ban on the cultivation of opium poppies last year. 2 foreign aid volunteers were killed in a Russian missile strike in eastern Ukraine on Saturday, as Kyiv has confirmed. Their vehicle had suffered a direct hit, flipped, and then caught fire as it drove towards Bakhmut. The workers were identified as Spanish and Canadian citizens. A German and Swedish national were also injured in that attack. French President Emmanuel Macron is in Bangladesh after attending the G20 summit in Delhi. The visit is the first by a French president to the South Asian nation in 33 years and is thought to be an opportunity for France to deepen its bilateral relations with Bangladesh, a country experiencing rapid economic growth.
The 6th Invictus Games, an Olympic-style event for wounded servicemen, servicewomen and veterans, are underway in Dusseldorf. The event, founded by Prince Harry, sees 500 competitors from 21 different countries take part. This year, there's already been a huge show of support for Ukrainian athletes. 22 years on from the 9/11 terror attacks, the skies where the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center once stood have been lit with the tribute in light. It's part of an annual display which can be seen from miles to remember the lives lost.